Hi everyone and welcome. It's Lauren here from Acting Classes in Perth. This is episode number 11 of the Acting Classes in Perth Your Questions Answered Daily Show. The show where I sit down here and answer your acting related questions 7 days a week at 7 p.m. every single day. 365 days of the year. That's right. You're seeing us now on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. That's not right. YouTube Live. And also a huge shout out to anyone else. If you're watching us, if you're with us, thank you so much. Today's question comes in from Chris. Now, before we get to that question, I think it's only fair that we, roll the intro. Okay, so today's question comes in from Chris, but before we get to that question, if you are watching us, please give us a big thumbs up. We would love to know you're out there. Leave a comment or question in the comment section, or even just say a hello. I try to get back to as many people as I can. Now, today's question, like I said, does come in from Chris. So, Chris, begin asking your question.
Hey Lauren, it's Chris. I was just wondering if my tattoos would stop me from getting any roles in the future. Thanks, man.
Great question, Chris. Now, I have to be honest with you. That's what I do here at Acting Classes in Perth, as many of you know. And so the simple reality of the fact is, look, yes, it is going to stop you from getting certain roles, especially when you have, tattoos that are in areas that show, like maybe on your arm or your neck or something like that. Now, I do know you, Chris, and I know that most of your tattoos, to some extent, could be covered up. However, I think it's also important for you to look at how you can flip, your perspective or your thoughts on your tattoos. Initially, you're thinking, oh man, this is going to get in my way. I'm going to be left out for certain roles. And yes, you will be, okay? However, let's look at the other side of that. There are also going to be roles that come up that are requiring tattoos, that are characters that maybe really mesh with tattoos, that really work with tattoos. And in fact, they may be specified in the casting brief. So I think in some respects, yes, you're going to limit the types of roles and also the number of roles in certain areas. But then on the other side of that, you're also going to have roles that really fit what you have, which is tattoos, okay? And so I think in your career, but especially early on, you're going to really start to identify those kinds of roles as they come through your auditions and those casting briefs come through. Look for roles that either have listed tattoos needed, or when you read into the character, you may be able to kind of go, I think this character may actually have a tattoo or a few tats that kind of work for them. And maybe when you reach out to the either casting director or to the director, if you're working on a student short film or you're going for an audition on a student short film, let them know. But also, I think it would be important to try to wear some clothing that would cover them up or that would kind of help conceal them a little bit. And then at the very end, don't forget you've also got the choice of having them kind of made up or have makeup put on them as well to help conceal them a little bit better, which does happen also. So I would fundamentally say, Chris, look, yes, it's going to limit some roles, but don't let that be a deterrent. Try to find your strengths and work towards that. And if it doesn't really allow for a lot of roles without tattoos, then, find the roles that really work for you and for your character types that do have tattoos as well. And very finally, look, at the end of the day, mate, if you need to cover them up, you need to cover them up. Who cares? It's all good, man. I think you are really going to crush it. I would rather you spend your time and effort focusing on your next audition. Don't worry about your tattoos, man. You have a big career ahead of you. I'm absolutely loving the stuff I've done with you already in class, Chris, so well done. Now, if you did like this question sent in from Chris, please click the share button and help out your fellow actors. And if you are watching us here on Facebook, make sure you click the follow and like button on our page. Stay up to date with everything we're doing here at Acting Classes in Perth. If you are actually watching us, though, on YouTube, click the subscribe button and then be sure to click the notification bell next to it so that you can be informed every time a video goes live. And on top of that, if you are listening to us on iTunes, please click the subscribe button. We're going to keep you connected. Thank you so much for for joining me for another episode. I'll see you again tomorrow at 7 p.m. where I answer another question here live on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. My name is Lauren Johnson from Acting Classes in Perth. Until I see you again, stay safe, happy acting, and peace be with you. Let's roll the end credits.